Hey guys. I'm a little early for some of you guys. I was supposed to go live at 1, but I figured I'm going to go on about 2 minutes early because I always spend time kind of waiting for people to hop on. So I figured this would be a better way to get more people on. So in about a minute and a half, we are going to start, and I will probably be about 15 minutes today. I want to stay with these trainings around 7 to 15 minutes. So I will only take 15 minutes of your time. I promise. I even have it written down. So I'm hoping that I can stick with it. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. What I'm doing is, hey Amber, what I'm doing is I'm going live in our team page. My team page for some of you guys that are on the launch page. I'm not your SSD, but I am going live in the launch page, and I figure, you know what, we got to kill two birds with one stone. I have lots to say, and I know that my team wants to probably hear it too, so I decided to go live in both places. So I hope you guys are okay with that. I'm going to check my connection and we're going to get started. So tell me, guys, what are you warming, diffusing? What's going on this week? What are you loving? I'm just getting over my lemon lime fizz. I've been using that nonstop. I even took the pods on the cruise that I was just on, and I love it. But now I'm like, okay, what am I ready for next? What am I ready for next? I don't know. My go-to this time of year is always rainbow sherbet and cocoa lime. I love Squeeze the Day. I love Camu. Yes, I am like a citrus hound. I love citrus smells, but yeah, so okay, what are we going to talk about today? Well, let's just start out by saying that there is some tough love in here, but it's nice tough love. It's tough love that I needed to hear, and it's tough love that you might want to hear too. And I'm going to give you guys a challenge at the end, and we're going to talk about a couple of things. So 15 minutes, here we go, guys. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about time first, because I don't know anyone on this team or in Scentsy that has a lot of extra time. We're all looking for that extra time to work our business, right? And my whole thing with that is you have to take a hold of your own time. You have to decide what is really important to you, and if getting out of debt and moving forward in your life and moving forward in your business is something important to you because it'll allow you vacations with your family or extra, money that we all need right now, or it'll allow you freedom to stay home with your children, or whatever it's going to allow you, you have to first take a hold of your time, because we can easily say, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time. The truth is we all have time, right? We all have time. It's just what we do with our time. And if something is important to us, we make time for things, right? So let's look at our time, and so here's what I did for my time. When I first started, I was overwhelmed too, right? I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I don't have time to do my business. I really want this to work. So what I did was the night before, I would write down 3 non-negotiable things that I had to do for my business the next day with whatever 15 minutes, 30 minutes, hour, 2 hours, whatever time I had. 3 non-negotiable things that I knew that would help me, A, get sales, book parties, or recruit, right? So 3 things. I wrote those things down, and then I wrote down things that I was doing that was not helping me. For instance, scrolling on social media was one of my biggest things. I was scrolling social media for about, I think it said like an hour and a half each day total or something like that, an hour each day. And I was like, oh my gosh, what if this time on social media I could use as time to follow up with my customers and show them I care about them, or time to follow up with a teammate, things like that. I'm already on social media, go ahead and do it, get it done. That was a better use of my time. I used to sit and watch series, Netflix, blah, 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 and, I would sit and watch it for hours and hours. I stopped that. For a while, I didn't even watch TV until I really started to know my business and know, how to get into the ins and outs of Scentsy. Because in the beginning, it's kind of a time suck, right? Like, if you're relaunching your business, or let's say today you're like, I'm tired of my job, I need to make $1,500 right now with Scentsy, and you really put in your time and you're like, I got to make this work. Well, it takes a little bit to get that going, right? So we need more time in the beginning. And now what I do is if I want to watch a show or I want to get, you guys probably know I love true crime. If I want to really get into true crime series or whatever, I watch it while I'm working. So I turn on the TV and I watch it while I'm working. So yeah, I'm not totally in it, but I am kind of. Some people might say that's not a way to work, but whatever. It works for me, right? I can do it. Second, tell your family and ask for their support. And when you sit down with your family, like I sat down with my family, I was like, look guys, when I'm working Scentsy, I need to work Scentsy. I need 30 minutes in the evening or an hour in the evening to just focus on Scentsy. And I need you guys' support because here's what it's going to do for you guys. And this is your family you're talking to. It is going to give you guys an opportunity to have vacations. It's going to give you an opportunity to have me more present in the future. So in the next 6 months to a year, I told my family, I'm like, look, I had to let it go. I had to let go of control. I had to tell my husband, I need you to help with laundry. It's okay if he turned the clothes purple. I had to let go of that control. It's okay if he fed my son, something that I didn't think he should eat. I didn't need that control. I knew that I needed help and I needed to let go of that control and I needed help because I really needed to focus in on my business with whatever time that I had that I could use. When I'm with my family, I don't work Scentsy. I am not sitting there on my phone ignoring my child because I do Scentsy for my family, right? So I tell them, listen, if you want these things as a family, I tell my son, if you want these, if you want this video game for Christmas, I have to work extra, right? So I need to go up to my room for 2 hours and I need to be undisturbed. But when I'm with him, I'm with him. I'm not on my phone working my business. So I hope that makes sense. But explain to them that this could mean a bigger house. This could mean, guys, it's not unrealistic for you guys to think that this could mean that you're making a 6-figure income in the next 3 years. I know right now you think it because I remember when I used to think that way and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so far away. But if you get into the mindset and quit those mindset blocks and tell yourself that you're not only worthy of this, but you can do it. And you know what the number one way is that I figured out that I can do it? I watched other people on YouTube and I saw other people like me that were just normal, weirdo people that were doing this, that weren't really like the best at sales or the best at strategy or the best at social media, and they were kind of a hot mess like me, and I was like, man, if they can do it, I can do it. And that's why I show you guys all the time, like, I'm on here preaching to you guys all the time, you're no different than me. If I can do this, you can do it too. But the difference is I found time and I didn't let fear stop me and I didn't let setbacks stop me. That's the rules here. But we need to change our mindset blocks. A way to do that is to change our story. So there's 2 stories that we can tell ourselves here if we want to make money with this business. There's a broke ass story, which I told myself a lot for a long time. My broke ass story was I don't have enough time, nobody's working on my team, there's too many consultants in my area, nobody's buying. A broke ass story is a negative story, right? And I'm not downing on you guys for feeling that because these are things that I thought, this is why I wrote it down, because these are literally things that I have told myself and I have thought, and they're wrong. It's the wrong mindset. It is a broke ass mindset, right? A broke ass mindset will not get you anywhere. Now, and I like to say 6-figure story. So maybe you don't want to make 6 figures. I don't know anybody that wouldn't. But let's say you don't, right? Let's say you don't. But for the sake of this, we're going to say a 6-figure story. So we go from a broke-ass story, which was there's too many consultants, no one on my team wants to work. Oh, I'm going to work on it this time. I'm going to do it this time. That's a broke-ass story we tell ourselves, right? I told y'all this was some tough love. A 6-figure story is there may be a lot of consultants in my area, but I'm going to set myself aside from them and I'm going to show my customers why they should purchase from me and they should host and they should join me, okay? A 6-figure story is saying, you know what? If I change my time around and I make this a priority, I can find the time to do this. I know I can. A 6-figure story is There might not be anyone on my team right now because I haven't sponsored in the last 6 months. So my team are old and stale and they're not working. There might not be anybody on my team right now that's working, but if I sponsor, there will be. Okay? A six-figure story is there's a million customers out there. If none of my customers right now that have purchased from me in the last 6 months are buying as much as I want, then I'm going to go out and find new ones, right? I'm not saying y'all can't have broke ass stories in your head because we all do, right? But I don't want y'all to be broke asses. I didn't want to be a broke ass. I was tired of being a broke ass. I was so freaking tired. And you know what happened? I was tired enough of being broke all the time and going to the damn grocery store and not being able to buy the brands I wanted to buy because, and this is where emotion comes in. See, this is emotion because this really happened. I was tired of going to the grocery store and buying things that I didn't want to buy or not being able to buy things that better cut of meat or that organic produce because I was telling myself broke ass stories that just weren't true. I was telling myself broke ass stories about how I wasn't worthy. I was telling myself broke ass stories about how people like me, don't have success or I had bad luck or whatever story I was telling myself. And I had to stop and I had to say enough is enough. I'm tired of saying I'm gonna do it, I should do it, I will do it, and I'm just gonna freaking do it. I'm tired of living a broke ass life. And I know that I can have a six-figure life if I do these things consistently and don't stop and don't give up on myself, right? What story are you going to start telling yourself, guys? So there are people out there in the same situation as you, whether you've got 10 kids, whether you just got laid off from your job, whether you're shy, whether you're purple, green, whatever color you are, whatever size you are, there's somebody out there in your situation right now that is having success in Scentsy. There's somebody in a super small town who doesn't know anybody, who's broke as a joke, that's shy, that is making 6 figures in Scentsy right now. So why can't you? Why? Why not you? We have a join special this month. That should mean that you're out there talking to everybody every single day about joining. Guys, first, think to yourself, what are you doing to set yourself aside from other consultants in your area? Okay? You're probably not following up with your customers, so that's a big thing. Number 2, I want you guys to, when we're done here, or I want you right now to go to Scentsy.com. Don't get out of the video though. Don't leave me. Just do it in a different area, a different tab, a different window. Go to Scentsy.com, type in your zip code. Okay? And then I want you to find out what the average population is, in the last 2 years or whatever in your area. I've been doing this for years and years, and I have been typing in lots of zip codes for people. And here's what I found. Lead consultants and above, people that are getting paid a title at lead consultant and above is what pops up on Scentsy.com. If you go type in your zip code into Scentsy.com, you can see how many consultants are in your area. Let me tell you guys that when I started in a small town, Gloucester, Virginia. I think there's maybe 3 stoplights in the whole town. There was about, at one point, 38 consultants in my area. And there was still, how many directors? 3 directors. And 5 to 6 of us were selling $2,000 to $6,000 to $10,000 a month. 3 people were in my neighborhood selling $2,000 to $5,000 a month along with me and sponsoring 2 to 5 people a month. You know why? First of all, there's population. 5 stars is just something that people put on their own, Tanya. It doesn't mean anything. So, in your area, let's say you have a population of 30,000. There should be at least probably 50 to 75 consultants in that area, and there should be at least 20 to 30, and I'm just pulling these numbers out, 20 to 30 popping up on Scentsy.com. There would need to be triple what I just said for it to be saturated. There's never been one area that I've looked up that's saturated. And as a matter of fact, a lot of the people that I look up, so say that you have 10 in your town or whatever, 3 out of those 10 people are really selling like high volume, okay? There's room. There's so much room for growth, guys. It is unbelievable the amount of growth in every zip code that I check. Unbelievable. But we've got to make the time, and we've got to, what are you doing to make this opportunity and this product seem desirable to others? So I have a lot of people say, I talked to 10 people, I asked 10 people this week to join my team and no one said yes. And I said, okay, well, what about asking 20 more? Because on normal statistics, as Jonay said the other day, if you guys watched that training, it was an excellent training. If you talk to 10 to 15 people, an average of 1 to 2 will say yes if you're asking them to host a party or join your team. Okay? Out of 10 people that say yes, that they want to know more about joining your team, 1 to 2 will really join out of that. Okay? If you guys are not talking to enough people, you're not going to get results. So if you want to move forward, oh my goodness, Tanya, only 9 actively lead consultants out of 43,000. I already knew Hagerstown needed more consultants, but that's crazy. That's amazing, right? I don't even know where I was going. Y'all know I'm squirrely. I don't know where I was going, but y'all tell me. So I'm going to start with a challenge though, until I figure out where I was just a second ago. I challenge you guys to post one thing a day about Scentsy for the next 30 days. And it can't be some generic post that you see other people posting or just your link. I see some of y'all posting just your link on your Facebook, expecting people to know what the heck that's supposed to mean. Most of the people don't even know what Scentsy is. I want you to post once a day a live, a real, a picture of a warmer at your house of you using Scentsy products, and I want you to share why you why you joined Scentsy, why you love being with Scentsy, why they should host a party, and why they should buy the products once a day for the next 30 days. Okay, here's your challenge. Have one joint conversation a day with people. Now, what is a conversation? We learned from Jonay, that's back and forth conversation. So you might need to do 10, 15 people before somebody says, actually, I want to know more, okay? And your third challenge is to ask 100 people right now. And I mean, you're not going to do this in a matter of a day. Well, some of you might, because some of y'all I know are on fire right now, and you're going to be like, oh, you're probably running right now. You're probably not even on this video because you're working on your challenge. But don't leave yet. I'm almost done. Ask 100 people to host a party. A party can be a text party, an online party. It could be a coffee shop meetup, a home party. You could find an event that can count as a party. Ask 100 people and work on this. It could be 10 a day for the next 10 days, okay? In closing, I want you guys to stop with the $10 activities and start focusing on those $100,000 and million activities. And here's what I mean. Stop scrolling. Stop posting just your link on Facebook and hoping for the best. Stop doing those activities that are small and start doing the activities that mean something big. The biggest activity that you can do that is $100,000 and $1 million activity is to start opening your mouth more and getting more excited about Scentsy. You got to believe in this product, man. This product is awesome. You got to believe in this opportunity because this opportunity is, who else can seriously come and graduate right out of high school and make 6 figures within a year or two? If you really put your time and mind to it in this business, it can be very lucrative for you. And when it wasn't lucrative, when I was first starting out and I hadn't earned trips and I wasn't making 6 figures and I wasn't doing all these things, I was sharing my dream with others to what I was doing. And you know what that did? I was saying, I will earn a trip. Oh, Scentsy's going to Costa Rica. I am going to earn that trip. I will make 6 figures with Scentsy. I was sharing my dream. And the more I shared my dream with other people, and the more I shared my excitement with other people, the more that they wanted to join me. So you will get to the point, if you share excited and you share, because a closed mouth does not get fed in this business. If you're sharing every single day about this business, like I have for the past 11 years or however long I've been doing this, you will do well at this business. But you have got to open your mouth and you've got to share your excitement, because there's a lot to be excited about in this business. There's a lot. And this new catalog is just proof of that. There are people joining right now. That could be a director under you. That could be your next person that works their business like you. But how do you know if you don't open your mouth? Do you know how many people I've sponsored and they're like, oh yeah, I used to buy from so-and-so. And I'm like, oh, why didn't you ever join under them? And they're like, oh, they never asked. That's some of you right now. Steffi, the girl that she was going to join, or the girl she did join under, ended up quitting. Can you imagine all the money that she's missing out on right now because she quit? Because she just didn't push her business like she should have? It could be you, and I don't want it to be you. I want to stand on that stage in Scentsy, and this gives me chills just even talking about it. And this shows you I'm not in this for me, man. Yes, I want a paycheck. Yes, I need the paycheck for my family. I want to stand on that stage in Scentsy as a superstar director and have you guys next to me. I want to hear from you that you're making more than me. That is true love. That is unconditional love. That is the love and the service that I want you guys to give your teams to. It's not about our goal, okay? My title, my goals, you know, that's great. I will do them on my own. But if I can't get you guys to your goals, my goals mean nothing. Nothing, zero. You know why? I don't know many leaders in this type of business that they start out wanting money, right? And then down the road at some point, they realize how much joy is to be had when you see other people succeeding at the same thing that you have. That is an amazing feeling, guys. And I want you to feel that with your teams, but you have to have patience. You have to keep on. If you've done $1,000 in sales right now, so I am not to my goal, and I am $1,000 away, and I have 1 week, probably not even 1 week, right? I don't even know, 5 days. I've been working every single day to get 1,000 and more in sales, and 3 more recruits than I recruited this month. I will not stop until I do it. That is the kind of desire that I need some of you to have if you want this kind of money. I need you to say, I'm not stopping till I hit it. I've got 5 days left. I'm going to do this. So my question to you is, what do you have? Do you have a broke-ass story or a 6-figure story? Because I know you're worth a 6-figure story. And I love you guys very much. I really do. And I see so much potential in some of you, and I wish you saw it in yourself. So I hope this helped you guys. I hope it kind of lit a fire a little bit. And I look forward to sharing more with you next week. I'll see you guys. And go register for a reunion if you haven't, because you need to be there. Because it's going to be so much fun. And it's in Orlando. It's super cheap to get there. We'll squash you in like sardines in a hotel if you need to save money. And we'll find a way for you to come. Just go register. And don't look back. All right. I love you guys. See you guys later.